Hi guys, and welcome to another LD Squad tutorial. In this tutorial I'm going to show you how to play games on your Mac but while using a PS3 wireless controller. A lot of people have wanted to do this and I found no videos on how to do it, so I thought I'd make a tutorial and make it easier for you guys. Obviously not all games on the Mac have controller capabilities. Therefore, if they don't, then the game won't actually work with the remote, even if the remote's connected to the computer. But most new games that come out now, whether it's on Steam or on discs, they're usually now controller compatible. So obviously you have to find out yourself if the game's controller compatible before you connect your controller, otherwise it won't work anyway. So I'm now going to show you what you need. But in order to do this, I'm going to have to switch over to my mobile phone recording. So we'll be back on this PC in a minute. Okay, so all you'll need is a genuine PS3 remote, that's also wireless, and the USB cables, the charging cable. So you'll plug it in that way, and you'll plug the USB end into your PC, like so, yeah? Okay, so now I've shown you what you actually need to be able to do this. Let's crack on. So we need to firstly open up the system preferences, then we need to go to Bluetooth. We need to make sure that the Bluetooth is turned on, because if it's turned off, obviously you won't be able to connect to the remote wirelessly. So I'm now going to, before we start, I'm now going to switch back over to another mobile phone recording just to show you how to actually set it up, because I can't show you the remote while it's on a screenshot. So we'll come back onto the PC in a minute, and when we do come back onto the PC, we'll be testing it out in a game. Okay, so now I'm on my phone recording this video just to show you guys what you actually have to do with the remote. First of all, you need to make, on the actual computer itself, make sure that this is ticked here, because when you tick that, if I just show you up here, it comes up with a more easy way to get to the Bluetooth, because sometimes the PS3 remote itself doesn't come up in this menu, so that's why we do that. Okay, so what you'll need to do is you need to plug in the USB into the computer like this, and then you plug the controller part into the controller. Now when you do that, if the lights turn on, that means the computer's trying to connect to it, which is all good. But if it doesn't turn on, which usually happens for the first time you do this, then you just hold the PS3 button down for about 5 seconds, and then the lights will turn on. If it's not by 5 seconds, take it out and try again. So once the lights are flashing, you take out the cable itself from the remote. So it's now out, and then probably, as you can see, the remote's turned off, so now you turn the remote on again by pressing the PS3 button. So now it's turning on, and then now, as you can see, if I click on this Bluetooth menu here, it comes up with the PlayStation controller, and it's connected, because it says disconnect, which means it's connected. Okay, so I'm going to go back onto the computer now, and what we're going to do is I'm going to test it within a game that I know works, and it's controller compatible. So we'll test it and see how it goes. Okay, so now I've shown you how to actually connect the controller to your Mac itself. Let's test the game. But before we do that, there's a couple of things I didn't mention, which I should have mentioned, so I'm going to mention them now. The first thing is that if it's the first time you're connecting your remote to your Mac, sometimes before it connects, it will come up with another window asking for the code to be able to pair the two together. So if that does come up, then basically just type in 4 zeros. That's the default setting, unless you changed it yourself, but the majority of people wouldn't have done that, because I didn't do that either. So you just type in a default code, which is 4 zeros, then it will connect. Another thing I didn't show as well is how to turn the remote off. Basically, to turn the remote off, you just, like it is when you turn it on, you hold the PS3 button, but you hold it for around 10 seconds, and then the lights will stop flashing, then you know it's turned off, and obviously it will disconnect your computer. Okay, so my controller is connected to my Mac now. So we're gonna test it in this game here. No More Room in Hell, because I know that it does have controller capabilities. So the controller will work. So let's just click on play and launch the game. Also, bear with me through the loading screens. I'll try and get into a game to show you as quickly as possible. Don't know what it's doing. I think it's frozen. Not a good start. Oh, let's just deny that. Okay. It should launch the game in a second. There we go. It's launching the game. So yeah, you'll want to make sure that your PS3 remote's connected to your computer before you go into the game, because sometimes some games don't actually recognise it once you're in the game if it's not turned on already. So make sure you do that. Just bear with me while it loads up. This isn't a bad game, but not really played it much. There we go. So first of all, we'll go into the options just to check that the controller capabilities are working. So I'd go over to mouse. Oh, and then some games will automatically use the remote, because it might change the buttons, so you can actually use the remote to go through the menu. Other games like this, you'll have the option within the actual setups itself. So I've enabled the gamepad, so it should work. I don't know why that's tipped, because we don't want to swap the sticks. So you press apply, OK, and let's create a server. Let's start. Right, there you go. I'll just use the mouse to click on join game. So there you go. It's a bit lagging just because it's loading. Not usually this laggy. So there you go. Look, I can move around with the joysticks. I can pick things up. The weapons around here. So yeah, in the menu as well, you can change the sensitivity of all the things. Okay, so I've got a thing here. Oh, so that's how you hit. Crouch. Open doors. Oh, the round didn't actually start apparently. Don't know what that was all about. It's lagging again, is it? I'll just kill one zombie for you just to show you it's working. Open the door. Apparently the door will not open. Okay, so unfortunately, as I was also screen recording, my Mac was having trouble with using that and playing the game, so it did crash. But usually it wouldn't crash, but it's only because I was recording as well. So unfortunately, I couldn't show you me killing a zombie. That's unfortunate. But yeah, it's a decent game. I've only played 4 hours. I've only played on a couple of maps, but I haven't been on it at all since today. So apparently, there's a lot more maps that you can now do. It's a good free game. So if you wanted to play that as well. So as you could tell, when we was in the game, everything was working fine with the remote. Sensitivity was a bit slow, but you can just change that in the options. So all the analog sticks were working, all the buttons were working, and it was working fine. So anyway, I hope this tutorial has helped, and if it has, please like the video. And if you want some more tutorials, then please stay tuned by subscribing to my channel. Thank you guys.